name's Craig Farrill, and I'm the Chief Technical Officer for FirstNet, the First Responder Network Authority, part of the U.S. Department of Commerce. From the beginning, as a young boy, I was interested in finding out how things worked, and was always inquisitive, always wanted to know more about what made things tick. I took a lot of things apart, I got some of them back together. My first introduction to wireless as a working engineer was to work on base communications, which were for teams of mobile tactical people who were moving across a battlefield. You know, with the explosive growth that we had in the wireless industry, capacity was always something we were chasing. So we as an industry were looking for a way to grow the capacity, and we knew we needed to increase it dramatically.
We went through all kinds of debates about architecture. And I remember we had this interesting debate about whether CDMA was the emerging technology or not. Craig called an industry meeting in San Diego. We provided the frequencies, Qualcomm provided the equipment, and they evaluated the efficacy of CDMA versus TDMA and other technologies.
And that ultimately led to the formation of the CDMA Development Group, which was one of the organizations that helped accelerate digital transition in America and around the world. And I was privileged to be one of the two founders of that, along with Perry LaForge. The CDMA Development Group was really vital to having collaboration between carriers because it provided a place where carriers could get together and collaborate on the needs they had and what they were seeing from the community. One of the most heartbreaking things that I think we've experienced in American history was 9/11. You looked at the disarray on the ground and the ability to communicate, and you know, as an engineer and as a technology leader, my heart just sank, and I said, you know, this has got to be fixed. In 2012, Congress put in place the First Responder Network Authority, or FirstNet, and that network is dedicated to first responders and public safety. And I was privileged to be one of those board members with the opportunity to design, build, and operate a nationwide public safety network to answer that problem that I stood there and watched on 9/11. You know, one of the most important projects in my life was working with the San Francisco Rescue Mission. Pastor Roger Wong started a school about 12 years ago for kids in the Tenderloin. Roger invited me to come and help be the chairman of the board for the organization.
He brought someone to educate us on sponsorship, and we have been struggling up to that point. It really liberated us, not just for the school, but for the entire ministry.
Our school was on the brink of shutting down, and he came to us with a plan and a vision and a mission.
It's been a joy to work with them and see the school flourish. When we started, we had about 30 kids. School now has a capacity for 300 kids. I smile to think how these kids are going to have a future, and they're going to have a hope because of this school and because of the people in that school who care for them. The need to communicate and the need to exchange information and the need to have tools is recognized by all people, all races, all nations. And it's compelling to think how those tools can make their way all over the world and impact society. My hope for the future of wireless is that we'll continue to make stronger, more connected families. We'll continue to make more productive workers so we can do more in less time. We'll continue to have more fun as a people and as a society. And so my hope is that they will do that in a positive way.